Alright, this is Mr. Deckard. I'm here with a help video. Mr. Hudson, during the OMS meeting today, requested that I put together some information that I could share. I've decided that a video format may be the best way to get this done because you can see me go through the steps. Forgive me that this is a Bedford Middle School background that we have going on. I'll have created something specifically for OMS pretty soon, so just overlook that part. And actually our steps here are quite simple, and we're going to start on a blank web page, and I would strongly recommend you use Google Chrome. After all, we use Chrome for mail, or Google for mail, and we use it for classroom and all that stuff. And you know, the instructions here, just know, even if you have a web browser preference that isn't Chrome, just know your instructions here would be similar in your other programs, Firefox, whatever it is that you use, but not exactly the same. Same concept. So, pushing that aside, what I'm going to put up here is the address that you're going to need. And the HTTPS simply means that this is a secure location. That's what the S stands for. And LCS K-12 stands for North Lawrence Community Schools, K-12 institution. So this is our address, essentially our location on the web. /teachers is the subdirectory in that location, and you have to put all of this. Now, you don't have to add the first part, but from this point on you would absolutely have to have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste this entire thing. So I'm going to slide through it, select it, hit Control-C, which will copy it. Then I'm going to go up to the top, and in the URL bar I'm just going to hit Control-V and hit Enter, and it's going to take me to the PowerSchool login page. Now, to make a bookmark, I'm simply going to grab the lock and drag it over to an empty spot on my bar, or even just on my bar, release, and now I have a link here, and anytime I click on that, I'm going to come back to that page. So I'm going to click here, turn that off, click here, and I'm back on the page. Now I want to also go ahead and sign in, because some people, if I heard correctly, have some questions about where PowerTeacher is. Now PowerTeacher, once you're in here, this says PowerSchool. If you look under navigation, first thing it says is PowerTeacher Pro. You want to click there, and this will take you to PowerTeacher Pro. And this is where we'll actually do our grade book, and you'll be able to see your list of students and get particular student information here. Well, you can actually do it in the other as well, but this is where you'll actually be doing your grading. And that's a whole different lesson altogether, so I'm not going to go into that now. If I want to go back to PowerTeacher, I just simply click up here, and I'm back in PowerTeacher Pro, our PowerSchool SIS, Student Information System. So I hope that wasn't too confusing. It's really super easy to install a bookmark. If you want to get rid of it, just right-click, hit delete, and it's gone. I have it all over here anyway, so I don't need it twice. I hesitate to say this, but it's possible. But you'd be notified if it was going to happen, so don't worry if you haven't heard this. My station's going to have to get reformatted, completely wiped out, because of software that I have to have installed. And some question has been raised as to why the icon isn't on some teacher stations and it is on others. Well, I think I heard someone say that someone is ill, had a medical emergency or something like that. And I do think that'll be quickly resolved. But in some few cases, it may be that there'll be some formatting of stations, particularly like if your computer came from a different building. They'll want to make sure that your identification on the network is proper for the location you're currently on. You'll be told before it happens. If that happens, most of this will go away, because when they reformat it, then all your necessary icons will be on your desktop. So just fair warning on that. And again, it won't happen to you unless you're told. So I wouldn't flip out about that. I'm going to put a link in the description of this video of the this address that I showed you, and you should be able to copy and paste it from there, or maybe even just click on it and you'll be off and running. So I hope this has been helpful. This is Mr. Deckard, and I am signing out.